Well, two things. I could say that the offer that I got to try to create a program that would help stem the growth of HIV in India was so dramatic that it's an offer you couldn't refuse, as you say. But there was another reason. Looking back, I could clearly say there was some kind of restlessness inside me. That's the word I'd use. A feeling that I had to do something different, perhaps something more than I'd gotten used to doing. I was feeling that I was slipping into a comfort zone and I needed to step out of that. There was something inside me as well. So when this offer came from the outside, it connected with something I was feeling inside, and it actually took me just a few minutes to say, yes, this is what I need to do. I think transition was, in a way, shocking. I came out of this, a fairly cocky management consultant saying, oh, this is another problem. I'll put certain frameworks and think through it using logic and so on. I'll manage logistics, I'll manage communications. But I was in for a shock of discovering the other India, discovering all these stranger truths. An India I'd never seen, the things I was witnessing, the people I'd met. It was shocking, it was even devastating. I have learned something that I guess I never knew the meaning of this word when I was doing a corporate job, which is that one attribute is important over everything, which is humility. If you don't have that humility to ask the sex worker, what is the answer to this problem? I don't have the answer. You tell us how we should proceed. Then you can't get ahead. Think about it. I was a management consultant with McKinsey & Company. Clients paid money for you to solve their problems, not to tell them I don't know the answer to this. But it's only when those words came out of my mouth and I started listening with great respect to women who I was finding were leaders of the highest caliber. I think the right time is when you start feeling something inside you. That may sound very zen and abstract, but I do really think that there is an adventure inside every person waiting to be had. Now, what is an adventure? An adventure is when you take on something, a task where you actually don't know how it's going to end up. If you have a map and you know where you're going, that's not an adventure. If you're trekking down an unknown path or climbing a mountain by a phase that's not been done, that's an adventure. You never know whether you'll come back or whether it'll be a disaster or a huge success. There is something like that, I believe, in every person. The person may be 18 years old or maybe even 80, but it's worth listening to that. I didn't feel like I wanted to give up. I didn't have the choice, but I felt a sense of despair in the beginning when I felt that this problem is of a magnitude and complexity that I couldn't handle. And when I discovered that actually the problem of HIV prevention at scale had never really been handled before anywhere in the world, I discovered that only after taking the job up. Now you're in that funny position. You can't go back and you feel you can't go forward. You can't give up. You just have to keep going. And good things happened.